I'm just a poor wayfaring stranger.
I need 100 gallons of sweet diesel fuel. Woohoo! This is the Columbus, Ohio pumpkin patch. Last time I was here, there was trailers all out in here. They had made another line of trailers. But as you can see, got plenty of room here today. Yep, this is the pumpkin patch in Columbus, Ohio. This is our Richland yard in Richland, Mississippi. That's about all there is to it. Enough room to drop quite a few trailers though. At least it's not like the one in Albany, Georgia, that is. Y'all see that guy running? I'll show you why he's running. He parked right there. Blocking the scale. Y'all, the scales do not work like a fuel lane. Now you see that driver is up on the scale right there. He cannot get his weight ticket. He is blocked on the scale because of this dude that he know better. He knowed better or he wouldn't have been running into the dead gum place. Look at that old hand driving that old cow holler. So y'all please don't be that guy. This week at Schneider. Well, let's start off with a little subject that's near and dear to my heart, and that's high value loads. See, on our load board, it don't tell us, or at least I ain't seen it, whether it's high value or not when we go to picking them up, picking them off the load board. Anyway, so this particular time, I had to pick up one in Dallas at the OC. I didn't know it was a high value load when I chose it. And I get over there and they got it parked in a certain place. They got kingpin locks on it and stuff. Well, had to go inside to get the paperwork and all that mess. And I couldn't get the kingpin lock to come off. I thought the guy gave me the wrong kingpin lock. Well, he came out there with the key and he managed to get it off. I couldn't. I felt pretty dumb because I couldn't get the kingpin lock off. I mean, I worked that key all the way around in there and I just couldn't get it to do right. Man, I couldn't. It was aggravating. But, you know, just like I said, if I could see whether it was a high value load or not on the load board, I would not choose them because they can be so aggravating. Because they, you know, each high value customer has different protocols that they want you to follow. Different little things that cause you a headache. And I don't appreciate it. I don't. I'd rather haul roll paper than a high value load. Unless that high value load pays a high dollar rate, which, you know, is normally not the case. Which is kind of crazy in itself, you know. It's kind of like our hazmat loads. You would think the hazmat loads would pay a bunch more than the regular freight, but that's not the case. I've been looking and I don't see them very often on our board, but the ones I do see on our board are usually about the same, if not a little bit less than the regular freight. So that kind of blows my mind. You would think the bigger the risk, the bigger the payday. You know, that's the way it should work in the real world, I would think, but you know. What do I know? I'm just a truck driver. Well, we went up to Springdale, Arkansas this week and stopped by a little truck stop called Tobo's 66. Got a weight ticket there, you know. I slept there one night and then the next day I went and got my load and I had to scale up out there, and the scale ticket, you know, they went up from $11 to $11.50. Really, y'all? Just trying to suck out more money? Come on now. It's just a scale ticket. And it seems like every couple months y'all are wanting to go up on it. It might have been a year ago. I don't remember for sure. But that particular load, I had about 75,000 pounds on it. I should have... I got to fix my air slide on my fifth wheel. Because I got it all the way up right now. And, you know, that works pretty good for most loads. But there may be a load I need to get that weight off the front. So I need to get that fixed pretty quick. Well, after that load, we got a load and went up toward Ottawa, Illinois. Yeah, Ottawa. That's kind of a crazy name. But I enjoyed that trip pretty good. It paid all right, considering coming out of Texas to Ottawa. You know, the rates coming out of Texas a lot of times are kind of puny. Well, the week before that, I don't think I told y'all, but I had a load that was going to Glendale, West Virginia. Well, they called me on the way up there. They didn't call me, they sent a message and told me that the delivery time had changed. Okay, so it's on a Thursday. The Thursday before Easter, matter of fact. And I'm supposed to deliver, I was going to deliver that night. Well, the message came through about the time I hit Cincinnati. And there wasn't no way I could stop going through all that traffic, so I just went on up there, got on the other side of Cincinnati and made a stop and find out what all was going on, made the call. They had moved the delivery time out to Monday after Easter. I kid you not, Monday after Easter. I was so aggravated. So I ended up having to drop the load in Columbus at our yard. Well, that ended up costing me about $150 worth of revenue, because I didn't get those miles. Or was it 200? Either way, it cost me money, but it shortened my run, and I still had to deadhead 75 miles to get my next run, which brought me right back down south where I like to be. I like to go up, sneak out, and get back south. I don't like to play around up there too much, unless the money's right. If the money's right, I'll play around up there a little bit. But they do that on occasion. They'll change the delivery times, and you never know what the real story is. Supposedly, they were shorthanded on Saturday, but I wasn't going to be delivering on Saturday. I was going to be delivering on Thursday night. So I don't understand why I got shafted. You know, but I guess it's all in the good Lord's plan. I wasn't supposed to get that load, I don't reckon. And I had some video of our Memphis terminal, but I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if I've already used it or if it's gone or what, because I've been saving some of these clips for a little while. This one here is for the Truckers Review channel. Check out that old ride, bud. Y'all check out their channel too. That's a pretty great channel. We saw this truck down there at a Love's close to our house. That's a pretty nice old truck. I'd run that all over the world. Yeah, we delivered in Ottawa, Illinois. We picked up the next load and delivered it in Olive Branch, Mississippi, right up there below Memphis. And we got that off with no problem. Actually, it was a customer that Swift had, and we only had one trailer there. And man, let me tell you, they take care of the premises about like they take care of their trucks. I mean, there's garbage everywhere. It looked nasty. So I'm like, man, that's ridiculous. Swift just ain't got a good rep nowhere. But we went and we picked up a load at our West Memphis, Arkansas terminal, and which I delivered down into Louisiana. And that load right there, it paid pretty decent. That was finishing me up last Monday. That finished up my week, and I ended up with about 3,200 miles in 5 days or so. And that's pretty good running. I enjoy when I can run hard like that, and it limits the time that I'm away from home. And when I do get home, I get to have more quality time, which we did. We went fishing and all kind of great stuff. But it's hard to be away from your family 4 or 5 days at a time. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And on this program, y'all will see me get home a lot. I have got home a lot. I've not missed a 34 at home since I started this program. But that does not mean that it's going to work for each and every one of you. So, don't come over here thinking, oh, I'm just going to go work, go home, go work, go home. And that's not the way it works. Sometimes you have to sacrifice and stay out there, kind of like what I did this week to make the revenue, because I started late. Now, this week here that I'm just starting, it's going to be a little bit light on the revenue. But that's all right, because I've got some things that are cooking, and if everything works out, I'll have a reveal video about what's going on. But there are some things happening with the old Christian trucker behind the scenes. I've met some good friends, and we're talking about doing some stuff. Don't want to give it away yet. But yep, we delivered that load down Louisiana, and then I bobtailed home. So that was the end of a pretty good week. I took off Tuesday and Wednesday and went fishing. Gotta go fishing. I got that video. I don't know if I'll release it before this video or after this, but probably after this video. Now I'm back working some night shifts because, as some of y'all know that's kept up with me, I do like working the night shifts when things start to get warm. Because there's less traffic, there's less DOT officers, a lot of the scales are closed. Only bad thing is sleeping in the truck during the day. It gets hot, and people are blowing horns, they're talking, they're backing up beside you, just like this spot I got right now, close to the building, and there's guys that pull in and out next to me taking their 30 or whatever, and it's like every 30 minutes somebody's moving around next to me. That was my wife. She just texted me. I like that. Knock, knock, knock. But yeah, I like to run the night shift. I really do, because I can make better time, and it's easier on the tires. Speaking of which, I got one of my drive tires is getting a little thin on top. Going a little balding situation. I don't know what we're gonna do about that. I just bought 2 stair tires. I ain't real crazy about throwing on some drives, but I will if I have to. We always do what we have to. There's always something to spend money on. Now, we got our fishing license this week over there at the park. They were $10 a piece. No, that's not what. Let's see. That was the entrance fee. It was $10 a piece to fish from the bank. How much were my license? I can't even remember. I think it was $12 a piece. But it goes from like April to April, or whenever you get it, for a year in Mississippi. But Louisiana, they renew like every June or July. So like if you get it in June, you got to pay a whole year just to fish till July. It's kind of crazy the way they got it set up. Anyhow, that's all week at Schneider, and still enjoying it, but I am looking for bigger and better opportunities. So keep your eyes peeled. God bless, and we'll catch you on the next ride.